Well, we've had a good week, hard week. Players have worked hard. It's been hot outside. This kind of offense, a lot of passes, a lot of running, a lot of covering. But I've been pleased with the effort. And, you know, preparation is something that great competitors have to know that is what gets them ready to take advantage of opportunities. And absolute preparation will also affect your performance. And I think, you know, guys that are good competitors understand that. We're going to play against some very good players, starting with their quarterback and their receivers and their entire team. So it's going to be important that we're well prepared, and that's why you practice, so that guys have the opportunity to prepare. And I've been pleased with the effort that we've been given in trying to get that done, you know, for this week. I think, you know, this being the opener in the SEC for us, that obviously great atmosphere, national televised game, playing at home. I know that our fans and our supporters will make it a great atmosphere for our players, and hopefully make it difficult for those guys with the noise they make when they have it on offense and all that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to the opportunity. You know, as I said before, this is really all the work that you do is for this. You know, the off-season program, the weightlifting, the 110s in the summertime, you know, all that stuff is to play your best in your conference and especially in your division. So that's what I hope our players are looking for. You know, Julio practice today didn't have many issues. Roy's getting better. Probably not 100% at this point, but day to day. Demetrius Scoot was back. Drake Kirkpatrick got stepped on in the last drill of practice yesterday. He's got a bruised foot. He'll probably be back at practice tomorrow. But they just wanted to, you know, settle him down today. And we always put them in a boot so they look like they got a really bad thing going on. But, you know, Peak used to wear a boot all day and then go to practice in the afternoon. So you can't read too much into that. Somebody stepped on them. It's X-rays are negative. So I know that we'll try to make that a, you know, guy needs his spleen taken out or something. But anyway.
Coach, how much contact do you have with the grounds crew on days like Saturday where it rained so much, and how surprised were you that the field held up so good?
Well, I didn't have any contact with them. I just raised a lot of hell because we didn't have a tarp. You know, I thought we should have had a tarp, but I guess we don't need a tarp. If it rained as much as it rains, and the field drains that well, and the system works so good to get the water out of it, and the field was in pretty good shape. And I don't know that it could rain a whole lot more before the game than what it did. Now, maybe if it rains during a game, maybe it'd be worse. But, you know, the system that we have, whatever it is, really worked well. And the grounds people did a fantastic job of having the field in great condition. So, you know, I probably ought to go apologize to all the people I raised hell with about not having a tarp.
You kind of alluded to this before, but since it is the opener, have you seen the players? Has the intensity among themselves picked up on their own?
You know, that's what we're hoping for. That's what we want to happen. That's what you assume will happen. I think the focus and attention to detail has been good, and I think that's probably a sign that there is a little more of that. But, you know, we're pretty business-oriented in terms of how we go about the week, what we cover, what they have to do, what we do each day, what we want to accomplish, whether it's third down and red area today or, you know, 1st and 10, second long, goal line and short yardage yesterday, and we'll try to get it all cleaned up tomorrow. So, you know, every game that you play is a big game, but every game you play in your league is a big game as well. So I would hope that it just keeps building throughout the rest of the week, and it will be ready to go on Saturday.
Coach Saban, I probably should have asked this on Saturday, but I had the mic first, and you'd won 53-7. I didn't want to ask about 2 missed extra points in the wake of that, but you did have 2 missed extra points Saturday, and just wondered, were they just concentration? Was it something in the execution, snap, hold
Well,
area? And how has Lee been kicking?
Lee's been kicking the ball really well. Lee sort of it's a combination of both things. When you don't focus, you don't do the technique right. So, maybe he wasn't as focused as he needed to be and did not execute like he normally does, and that affected him. So, no.
Coach, obviously, without giving too much away, when you look at a Bobby Petrino offense, what do you see in that separates it from other systems?
Well, it's really a pro-style offense, what you see pretty much every week in the NFL, but it's really well designed. Good scheme, knows what to do, knows how to take advantage of whatever the defense is doing and given. Does a really good job of teaching it, and his players do a really good job of executing it. And that's really, it's not the style, it's how it gets executed. And I think it's a great system, but they do a great job of teaching it, and he's always done that. And that's what makes him a very good coach, and especially a very good offensive coach. And you have to be equal to the task relative to what you're doing defensively to try to stop it. Because if you're sloppy in what you do, they're going to beat you because they know how to do it, and they're going to react the right way. And you got to make sure you do things correctly and with discipline, or you're going to have issues and problems, run and pass.
Coach, one guy that hadn't gotten in yet is B.J. Scott, and he made the move to DB. How has he progressed at that spot since he moved?
Well, he's doing a nice job. He works hard every day. He's getting better. He's learning the position. And, we're in a position right now where, we probably have 5 guys at corner that are playing. B.J. didn't get redshirted last year because he played, and he is capable of playing this year. But if we don't need him to play, maybe we won't play him. But we may need him to play, and he may be starting before the year's out. All right, but we'd like to have the opportunity to make a good decision about that as time goes on during the season. So we have to give ourselves the options to do that. But he's working hard. He's doing well. He's getting better. He's learning more. And he actually had a much better day today than he had yesterday. So he is making improvement.
And any update on Jarrell's status?
No.
Coach, I've had a question about home field advantage. You've not lost a home game now since your first year here. Do you think your home field advantage is stronger this year than it was, maybe 2007?
I have no idea. I don't know what home field advantage really is. It's a goal that you would always like to play well at home. But I think it's just as important to prepare well and be prepared to play at home and be excited to play at home and to play well in front of your home crowd. But that still goes back to preparation and how you get ready to play. And I think sometimes players can think that just because we're playing at home, that's going to get me ready to play, and that doesn't happen. So you still have to be a competitor. You still have to prepare yourself to play well, and hopefully everybody understands that so that they can take advantage of the opportunity of playing at home. Now, when we have a road game, you're going to ask me about playing on the road. So if it's a big advantage for the other team to play at home, then it must be a tremendous disadvantage for us to play on the road. But if you're going to ever be really good, you got to be able to win on the road, which means you have to have great focus and concentration on what you're doing, not be affected by external factors like the crowd, so that you can maintain your level of intensity throughout the game and not move with the ebb and flow of momentum that can favor the other team when you're playing on the road. So, as much as I appreciate our home crowd, our stadium, our venue, and the great job that they do in their part of this team for helping create a wonderful atmosphere for our players to compete in, I don't want the players to ever rely on that and think that's going to be an advantage to them, because the advantage is getting your tail ready to play working like you need to do, studying so you don't make mistakes, and you go out there and execute and do what you need to do to take care of business. That's if you're playing in the parking lot, on the street, at night, early in the day. All right, thank you.